Jai Shri Krishna, all of you. Today I have a two options for you. First, I will give you this amount of money, and second option, I give you the right advice. Which type of advice I will give you? And I assure that at the end of the video, you realize that my advice is much bigger than this amount. And now I ask one question: when you watch the videos on YouTube about the how to do hard study, how we focus, how we concentrate, how we the study hacks, the difference between the smart work and hard works, and so many other things. But the question is that when you see this type of video, consume this type of content, and after that, what you realize that you don't follow, that you don't apply all the fundamental in your life, then why you don't follow and why you don't apply these of in your lives? That is the question. I definitely damn sure in this video you don't learn the new things, anything about your life and so many things. Sometimes we have lot of knowledge but we don't know how to execute. In this video I will tell you how you execute all our knowledge whatever you have right now, because you also watch the multiple video about the study related, but in this video I will give you how you can apply this all knowledge in the one direction, so will get whatever you want. I share one story. Sasank and his father goes to a village for some shopping, and after some time he realized that her father's heart side is paining fast, and that is the heart attack. The first heart attack when come, then the Sasank goes to the nearby hospital, and that time the doctor says to Sasank, if you want to save your father, then definitely you go to a big hospital. That time Sasank and his father decided to go a big hospital in the cities, but the city is very away from that village, and in the middle of the road the father got the second heart attack, and in that heart attack the Sasank father has been died. That time the Sasank feels that what will happen, and he says that why the only big doctors live in the big hospital, why they can't you work in the small hospital. And that time this spark, this reason they give the Sasank to motivated to study in the direction. And Sasank remember one thing, her father wants Sasank become a good doctor, but the main thing goes with the Sasank that when the Sasank start study, he don't be more concentrate, he lose focus again and again, he get distracted, and he want study but he cannot study, and so many things happens because that time he don't know why he want to study. And I ask one questions: what is your motivation to do study? Why you choose to study hard? These question ask Sasank with yourself, but you don't get the answer. But when the father has been gone, that time he realized that now their life's bigger purpose is that he become a best cardiologist in their city, and he will work in the every village as much as possible. And these messages, these motivations give you Sasank to do what he wants. Many times he feel more struggling, frustrated from the study, but now he knows why he choose this, and along the time he again and again study and study hard, and after end of the day he will become a big cardiologist of their cities. Now the question is that when the other side Sasank cannot be focused much, and in the other side after her father death the Sasank become a cardiologist, how the major transformation comes into their life? The big reason is that at the end of the day now Sang knows that her father has died, and now he has a big motivation because her father last wishes is that Sasank become a good doctor, and this gives the motivation Sasank, and he work on the directions. And just like goes in our life, when we study, 99% people are don't know why they choose this and how they can study, and why don't have about the reason, and never they ask about what biggest why. So they don't have the clear why, so they don't be focused more. Just like in our life, and ask yourself why. Tell you what is the biggest why. What you have a biggest why to do study? Damn sure 90% people don't have the right vision and right why they are doing the study. So they feel this type of video for the external motivation. When you have the clear why, then definitely you will do. It doesn't matter how much hard it is, but end of the day you realize that you will succeed. In the Mahabharata is a famous story. All you knows that when their Dronacharya says to Arjun, okay, what you see on their tree, then is Arjun says that I see only the bird's eyes, and after they shoot on the bird's eyes, what's mean by, because end of the day Arjun tell the Dronacharya, I want to become the world's best archery. And after this mission he have a clear why, so he work on that direction. End of the times he become the best in their field. This goes in our life, because you don't study, you know all about the things, but you cannot study. The reason is why simple is that you don't know what is your why. In the morning, right now I am in my village, and I decided, when I woke up in the 4 o'clock, that time I realized that my grandfather has been also woke up in the 4 o'clock, and I asked, why are you wake up in the early? That time he says that I want to go to temple. Meaning of why? Because we are Vaishnav, so we have to worship of gods, and so many things we have related to temples. That time my grandfather wake up and make the tea and some their own works and goes to the temples. That is around 5 o'clock in the morning. The all over the nights, and the cold is bigger and high, but he decided he go, and that is not a single day. It's used these routines along the 30 to 40 years happens. Then I ask, oh, why you goes, why I need to go this? That time definitely says, that is my responsibility, I choose this responsibility for myself. Then I trigger one question, this story, these questions you have to know in your study, because the most of time people search motivation, but they don't get this type of clear vision. So now you know that if you want to study, if you are a weak student, doesn't matter. If you don't focus, doesn't matter. If you lose again and again concentration, it doesn't matter. Matter is the one thing that what you have a clear vision, what you knows why you want to do this work. These why will give you the more motivations, when you never be compensated with the all over the YouTube videos. You watch all the videos, but you cannot get the motivation, because the motivation cannot come from the outside of the world. The motivation come from inside your world. Now ask yourself, do introspection and figure out what is the biggest why. If you don't figure out your why, definitely you search these type of videos and again you don't get right motivation. Why the UPSC aspirant we study 13 hours 16 hours a day? Because you know what is the real vision there, and why, and choose why. He knows the why. That is the reason, that is the way he work on that direction. After that time they will selected. When when that student goes in the competition exam, he knows he have a biggest why, because maybe it's a family conditions and so many things will happen, but he knows that, he knows what is their why. And when we lose our focus, that time our why will guide you. When we lose frustrated, now I don't study anymore, that time your why is says that no, your vision is big, you choose this, so that is your responsibility to do this. And so many things happens, and you again practice and practice, and after some time you will be succeed. That is the reason, that is the way you be succeed along. Don't watch too much motivation video. Figure out, do introspection and figure out what is your biggest why. If you have biggest why, then you have a biggest motivation. If your why is lower, then definitely your action is lower, your effort is lower, and your result will be go lower. And if you have a big vision, big goals, big achievement once in your life, then definitely you have to figure out your big why. Your big why give you the big motivation, and your big motivations give you the more energy to do whatever you want in your life.